Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, and today home to the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the James Madison Dukes offense is on the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking for...
It's a running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and
he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We'll play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that kid.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Utes send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll try it over the left side. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. The Dukes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Fires on the move. Rolls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And the Utes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Muscling ahead on third and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one.
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Back open in the middle. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Out of the backfield, the running back snags it, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good three. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Alston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
The Dukes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
White 53. White 53.
Got his man out of the backfield. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Barnett. Looking to get it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dampier. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Back Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Keeps it on the draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give out of the gun. Turning it on. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Dukes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the 1st half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this 2nd half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Got the 1st down and more. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback running on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Dukes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The inside handoff. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly complete. The Utes pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Dampier. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wideout. is complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. Got his man quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Utes! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Makes the grab. It's Kyle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third down, going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, James Madison! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him.
He's got it, alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Dukes look to keep this drive humming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Alston. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
I think on offense here in a 2-minute situation, down a possession, you got to think about...
Oh, he's got some space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Hard-hitting tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Quick release on the RPO. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Barnett. He's got his man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. The Dukes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Dukes in the hurry-up. And the offense just going to spike it here.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Now, a 4th down.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. From the gun, the ground game. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. It's one thing to execute early in the game,